Okay, I guess the bit he's doing is just standing in front of me stirring his mac and cheese, sadly. So I'm
Perfect.
gonna ignore him.
Hello, everybody. I've gone live now, so we should be live. Hi, I'm Vixen,
Hello,
and this is,
and I'm Ashley.
and we're the voices of Gangle and Zooble, and we're gonna watch the episode with you today. Um, and also, I'm doing a charity thing right now. I'm part of something called the Jolly Jamboree. I'm streaming to raise money for the Gamers Outreach Foundation, which brings video games and fun to children in hospitals. I'm gonna play you that.
Is the adventure over already?
No, the adventure hasn't even started yet.
Oh, well, don't be a narc. Find your own hiding spot.
It's not that,
Get
it's
outta
just that we
here.
haven't even seen Kane at all today. Plus,
I was having
Gangle
a
was
great
looking
nap.
for you. Hi, Zooble.
Oh,
Just pick your head up.
What's this?
my head
Today,
like a
I've
body
decided
pillow.
to go to the store to get essential ingredients for my... I hope
Ugh.
you can handle yourselves until I get...
Well, this was fun while it lasted.
So, what's the adventure today?
Oh, I don't have an adventure for you today, so you can do whatever you feel like.
Alright, sounds fine to me.
You should ask me for suggestions on what to do instead.
Look at his big old eyes.
What should we do instead?
Gangle.
Wait, sorry.
Great, a Chinese
I wanted to
food.
chill.
No!
Okay, he had a bit prepared.
Oh, big. Look at that.
Okay, why Chinese?
He's
Does this
just a
actually
baby.
mean anything?
It's-
Can I just ask why? Like, what even is...
Shut! You're only making the joke take longer.
Could be.
What does it say? Hilarious.
These locations have just kinda been there this whole time. Not sure why you never visit them.
Oh, that could be fun.
Plus, there are some fun NPCs out there
Really
that none of
gross
you have even
noise.
interacted with yet.
It's
I'm
so
guessing they're not
slushy.
intelligent ones.
Now, go have fun!
Woodier every episode.
Alright, so who wants to try
He's
Kane's
big.
magical change?
He's baby, I guess.
I guess I'll give it a go.
Wow, you look mediocre. If you ever need a sunburn, give me a call.
Record their lines in art.
Fun little bit of behind the
This is
scenes.
broke.
Gangle, wait.
It's my favorite scene. Excellent.
Always letting Ragatha
What
down.
was that for?
Oh, let me think. There's that time you ran me over with a steamroller, the time you pushed Gangle into a pool of piranhas, when you set me on
Oh, I don't like
fire,
him
made
wet.
me a
I don't like the
bomb,
look of
turned me
it.
into an active volcano. I could go on.
Aren't you
Good piece of
Aren't you supposed
Kitty
to be
flavored
causing
candy.
trouble for everyone? I've been starting to think that maybe the ability to change is fine. Not needing to commit to one thing all the time.
How about
And if I do still have problems, I talk about them with the people I trust.
And,
Where are
no
you
one I
going?
trust to talk
Anywhere
to.
you
Goodbye.
losers won't yap my ear off.
Rub it in, why don't you?
Where even is Kane? He might be suspicious of us even being here.
Helped create this place. I'll explain more when we're in the room, but for now, please just trust me. You will not regret it.
Also in this scene.
I'm glad you're here.
Am I doing this wrong? None of these even fit in the keyhole.
Has anybody even tried just...
Oh,
Well, it's okay. Let's just get inside before Kane sees us.
I'm one of the original
you do,
programmers of
bro?
the Digital Circus. I was part bring this place to life.
None of us are CNA employees.
Here. They're probably doing the same to anyone that stumbles into that office.
Yeah, I think we all got it.
An AI
Yeah.
specifically created to keep your minds active. But he's just as much of a prisoner as you are. One
Let's just get to the meat and tell us exactly how we're gonna leave if we're all hooked up to stasis pods.
yes, of course. So, I did some digging, and I...
Kane's gonna pop out and say, "Congratulations on beating the Escape the Circus adventure, and everything's gonna go back to the way it always was."
He's very.
all of you.
It's the
Every
anxiety.
trial, every abstraction. I wish I could have come.
Link in chat, by the way. Thank you.
Oh,
Like, is that the name you picked? Or.
Yeah, I thought it would be cool. But anyways, first,
Her original line was something like, "Oh, I get it."
then you're
Calling
going
me
to want
the-
to ask him about his hobbies.
How long is Jack's gonna take? I feel like we've been standing here for hours.
Should we tell Kinger what's happening? I feel bad not including him in any of this.
We're supposed to follow Abel's instructions.
You need to drop at least one Kinger somewhere.
Kinger.
It probably couldn't hurt to at least give him a warning, though, just to get him into the right headspace. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hi, Gangle. Hi, Zooble. You startled me.
So, we may have discovered something you'll want to hear about. It's
We found a way to leave the circus. We're currently preparing everything, but we need to keep it quiet so Kane doesn't stop us.
yeah, what she said.
Exposition.
Leave the circus?
We met up with Abel. He says he was one of the original programmers, and he knows how to shut off the game and free us.
Who?
We'll continue this conversation later. Just thought I'd give you a heads up.
The thing you drop Jax again, though.
Where's Kane?
Can we
Worry
drop
not,
him from
my
double
dear
the height?
damsel. I think I stopped him from checking up on us for a while, so no need for your distraction anymore. You're welcome.
In other words, you just made us have to wait longer to do our job. Also, don't call me that.
What's the rush? You got someone waiting for you outside?
Don't you?
All right, man.
I took care of that.
He thinks he took care of that, but we really have no way of knowing. Oh, I wonder why. If this whole thing gets messed up because of you, I swear to God.
Yeah, let's just all follow Mr. Obvious Twist Villain instead.
Just calm down and be a team here. Pomni's got administrator passes for everyone. We're all in this together.
The location where they got
Why
the
do they
hands
look
from.
like that?
Such a puppy. I
We're
love
going to
him.
I
have to
love
trust that
him.
whatever Jax did will keep him distracted. I don't know how long we'll be able to hold these without... Let's go to Kane's office. Kane always did have trouble with...
Man, this is like a 30-minute episode, but it feels like it
All
moves
right,
so
just
fast.
how we went over it.
Fine. Pomni stole it from me.
Oh, like basketball.
Time for me to serve my purpose, I guess.
Mod yelling, blue and red! Yeah, you made this prediction correctly that the blue and red was correct, and I had to pretend you were wrong. The blue and red was... Oh, I love this song. Yeah, don't worry about me.
He's fine. He's always fine.
I'm having a very normal time over here.
We're
Hand hold.
Yeah! You could
Love to hold Kinger's hand. Who cares?
Are
He was scared Pomni was gonna beat the
girls
shit out of him
still gonna
again.
be friends when we're out there?
Why wouldn't we be?
It's just gonna be strange. I've only known you like this. Will it be the same when it's real?
It always was real. Everything we felt, everything we've done, everything we are. It'll never leave us. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you
Babies!
for always being there when I needed.
Pill or the blue pill?
Kinger, do you want to make the choice?
The choice of what?
are you sure he's all the way here?
Hey, yeah, wait. Don't we all want to press leave? Why leave it up to him? Am I missing something?
I remember
We all
people
wanna leave,
freaking
right?
out about that
They were like,
screenshot.
he's yelling at her.
we do. It's just, what if it's a trick or something?
Why would there be a trick console in Kane's office? Like, no matter what we press, push it.
Hold on. Let's just wait a second and go over everything we know and...
What did you just
Jax,
do?
what the fuck?
You picked the good ending! I knew you'd make the right choice.
You mean this was all...
None of that was true.
I love Shrimp Town.
And God knows what else!
I may have the ability to add temporary modifiers to make adventures more interesting. Come on, guys! You know I'm just here to have fun. Our prize is this lovely gift basket of soaps and lotions. Stay fragrant, have a good night. Fragrant night, bye!
The hair on my arms is standing on end.
God. Even if he suspected that this was a Kane adventure.
Yeah, even if it was a 1% chance that they'd actually get out. Like, that is such a fucking rotten thing to do.
Like, you have to pick the other button, even if you think it's fake. Watches.
Do it.
Was freaking out before it looked